So welcome everyone. My name's Anthony if it's your first time to the channel. And today I'm going to show you some options for sitting comfortably on the ground if you want to meditate or do breathing exercises or something like that for an extended period of time. Sometimes that can become very uncomfortable for people. I know as for me, especially at first, it was extremely uncomfortable to sit on the floor. I was sitting with my knees in my armpits and the tailbone tucked under, so I always felt like I was rolling back, like it was taking a lot of effort to sit upright. And if that's where you are, there's a few things you can do. There's different options for sitting. And there's also a video if you'd like to try doing it before you meditate. It's called Gentle Yoga. It's on the ground. I think it's my latest yoga on the ground video or gentle yoga video at this point. And it's called Gentle Yoga to help you meditate. So it's pretty much stretching that's conducive to the seated posture that will help you be more open and relaxed for that posture. All right? So you can check that out and try doing that before you sit on the ground, or here are some options. So the first one, the one that you usually probably see, and don't worry about it because you don't have to be in full lotus pose. When people cross their legs like this, the way they cross their arms, that's full lotus posture. And a lot of people, that is the most stable posture, right? So it feels very stable to sit in that once your legs are locked because it holds your body upright and it doesn't take any effort to sit upright. But it takes a very long time to be able to have the knees and hips flexible enough so that that's comfortable and safe for your body, because it can hurt the knees if you try to get there too fast and try to twist more from your knees than from your hips. So if you're not at that point doing that, we'll work backwards from the hardest. So lotus pose, full lotus pose, hardest, right? That if you're watching this video, you're probably not doing that. I'm not practicing like that. So a few options. If this is comfortable for you, it's called Agni Stambhasana or fire log pose, like it's two fire logs. This would be very open hips, but still it can be comfortable eventually for some people. So this might be more comfortable, and you can switch the top leg on top, but your knee is in line with your foot on both sides, okay? The other option is making your knees wider. So if your hips are very open on the inside, you can make your knees much wider apart so that it's more like your ankles are in line with each other. And some people do this. You can cross your ankles one on top of the other. You can bring your foot inside on your calf muscle like this. This is another option that's a little bit less than the full lotus posture, okay? Another one you can do is you can draw one of your feet in towards your seat. So you feel like your heel is moving towards your perineum, right? Or your anus, or the space between your anus and genitals. That area right there, like your heel is moving towards that area and resting there. And then the other foot can come like it's like this foot in front is rolling onto the top of the foot, right? So it's a feeling always like external rotation, because that's what we're working towards, your thighs rolling out, your calf muscles rolling out. So this is another option, having the feet one in front of the other. You can also sit what they call, like when you're a kid, like crisscross applesauce. You could sit with your heels underneath your calf muscles and sit like that. That can also be comfortable for me, that especially if you have big calves, big legs, sometimes that can feel like you're rolling back or pushing yourself back with the weight there. So that's another option. And these are all of the sitting on the floor options. Now, without any props. Next, I'll show you, we can use a cushion like this. So this is my trusty cushion. I've had it for 10 years. So the poor thing probably doesn't even lift me off the ground much anymore, pretty much. I'm pretty much sitting on the ground here. But usually they're about 4 inches off the ground. They'll keep you about 4 inches off the ground. And when you're sitting on these cushions, or you can use a block as well, I'll show you an option with a block in a moment, but you can also use the block for this posture. You can sit on your block. Now, when you're sitting on the cushion or the block, especially the cushion, one of the mistakes that I made a lot, that a lot of people do make, is they sit too far back on the cushion. And when that happens, the front of the cushion rolls in front of your sitting bones and presses on your nerves in your legs. So when you're sitting here for a long time, you'll start to feel that the nerves are getting sensitive, or you feel maybe your legs get numb quickly. So I try to sit on it so that it's either just at my sitting bones, or right there in front or on the sitting bones, or just behind. So you got to find the balance that works for you. The more flexible you become, the more you can slide towards the front. So it's just lifting your tailbone, because pretty much the point of it is if you're sitting on the ground and your belly draws in, your navel draws in and your belly rounds a bit, your low back rounds and your tailbone tucks under, that the body is starting to roll backwards, right? It's rounded like this, so it's like a rocking chair, right? It's starting to roll back. So you want to come upright, press your seat back, your tailbone back, right? Like you're trying to put a little small arch in your low back, and not very deeply, but trying to press your seat back and pressing down with your sitting bones, right? And trying to feel like your weight is coming straight down into your seat from your head, right down, right? Nice long line, lengthen your spine. So this is another seated option. If this still isn't comfortable for you, you can use blocks. So my trusty blocks, love my props. So you can, option one, you can sit on your heels. For some people that aren't comfortable sitting on the ground, for some reason this is comfortable. So your knees can be flexible or you're in a different way, right? You might be comfortable like this, like sitting right back on your heels. It's like Japanese style, right? Meditating. And you can adjust and play with it, right? Like I have my toes touching each other where the feet are kind of going in a little bit like that. And that feels more comfortable for me. So the heels kind of press out a little bit instead of sitting right on the heels, dead straight, pressing down on the ankles. For me, this is okay now. It wasn't always comfortable, but I only use this for breathing. It's not comfortable for me to sit. And there are a few people when I go to meditation retreats and things like that that prefer this position. And they even make, if you're interested, a little bench that like goes right over your ankles like this, and you can sit on the bench so it keeps you up a little bit. So if you prefer this, you can look into that. Another option, if you don't want to get the bench, you can use blocks. So these blocks you can put on this kind of setting like this, a low setting. You can do like this if it's just at your heels, but you can come a little higher like this, or you can come even higher like this, or you can use two blocks. And you can even go like that if you need to, all right? So another option. And if none of this is comfortable, you can sit in the chair to meditate, right? You don't have to sit on the ground. So sit in the chair, just it's making sure that you don't fall asleep, right? That's the important thing. And that you're not resting your back against the chair, right? So when you sit on the chair, you want to stay nice and long, upright, and keep your back off the chair as best you can. So you're strengthening your back and progressing towards being able to sit comfortably on the ground. So that's all I got for you today. I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions or if you need some other options or some of the postures aren't comfortable for your body, let me know and I'll see if I've had the same problem and I can share with you what helped. All right. So until next time, take care and I'll see you then.